Most of the times the focus lays on providing the soil with nitrogen, phosphate, and potassium. The plant or crop needs more elements in order to grow, such as calcium, magnesium, and trace elements. Organic fertilizers contain all nutrients a plant needs in contrast to mineral fertilizers. What is the role of biofertilizer in plant nutrition? The benefits of biofertilizers include low cost, enhanced nutrient availability, improved soil fertility, protect plants from soil-borne pathogens, sustainable agricultural production, enhanced biotic and abiotic stress tolerance, promote phytohormone production, improve soil health, causing less environmental. Welcome to SUYA e-learning for food security, climate change, school feeding program, nutrition education for all. When you have bad governance and poor accountability from your local government leaders, then you are doomed to live under control of cartels and fools. We hope you subscribe to our channel YouTube at SUYA Mombasa and share this links with your friends or family. Top surface area. The most active part of a soil particle is its surface area. A particle's surface is where nutrient exchange takes place. Sand particles have a small surface area relative to their mass, meaning they do not hold onto nutrients well. Clay particles have a large surface area relative to their mass, so a small amount of clay can add a significant amount of surface area to a soil, increasing the nutrient holding capacity. The amount of organic matter in the soil depends primarily on rainfall, air temperature, the kinds of plants that have been growing in a soil, management practices, soil temperature, and drainage. Soils that are tilled frequently are usually low in organic matter because tilling decreases residue particle size and increases the amount of air in the soil, increasing the rate of organic matter decomposition. Restored soils. Organics improve soil pH and increase cation exchange capacity, thus reducing nutrient leaching and enhancing soil microbial activity, improving overall soil health. Carbon sequestration. Organic fertilizer and other climate-smart agricultural practices boost soil organic matter, SOM, which means soil can capture up to more than 30x of CO2 versus today. Osmosis plays a central role in the movement of water between cells and various compartments within plants. In the absence of transpiration, osmotic forces dominate the movement of water into roots. Plants can, in fact, absorb water at night. They absorb water through their leaves and roots at night. Although, nighttime may not be the greatest time to water your plants. Watering at night allows the water to remain on the plant for longer periods of time, which might encourage bacterial or fungal growth. About 97 to 99% of the water is lost through transpiration. Transpiration is defined as the physiological loss of water in the form of water vapor, mainly from the stomata in leaves, but also through evaporation from the surfaces of leaves, flowers, and stems. Multiplying mycorrhizal fungi, cover crop. Choose combination of grassy species, e.g. maize, millet, sorghum, oats, wheat, or an allium, onion, leek, with a species of legume, beans, peas, lentils, alfalfa, clover. These bait plants will become host with the mycorrhizal fungus, causing the fungal population to multiply. By far the most important nitrogen-fixing symbiotic associations are the relationships between legumes, plants in the family Fabaceae, and Rhizobium and Bradyrhizobium bacteria. These plants are commonly used in agricultural systems such as alfalfa, beans, clover, cowpeas, lupins, peanut, soybean, and vetches. Soil is an important natural resource for human survival and reproduction, and soil quality directly determines the carrying capacity of land resources, which plays a vital role in human survival and development. Soil salinization has become one of the major problems threatening land resources and food security, and about 7.6 by 107 hm2 of land worldwide is affected by soil salinization. Water holding capacity is controlled primarily by soil texture and organic matter. Soils with smaller particles, silt and clay, have a larger surface area than those with larger sand particles, and a large surface area allows a soil to hold more water. In other words, a soil with a high percentage of silt and clay particles, which describes fine soil, has a higher water holding capacity. Water availability is illustrated in the figure by water levels in 3 different soil types. Excess or gravitational water drains quickly from the soil after a heavy rain because of gravitational forces, saturation point to field capacity. Plants may use small amounts of this water before it moves out of the root zone. Cassava as a root crop requires a substantial amount of moisture in the first 3 to 4 months of its growth, hence, soils with high water holding capacity culminating in high water table for the root absorption are highly essential for optimum production. However, waterlogged conditions must be avoided. Climate change is a multifaceted phenomenon that affects plant and animal species, as well as their habitats and ecosystems due to altered weather patterns and an increased frequency of extreme weather events. It also contributes to the spread of pests and diseases. These reactions can impact the physiological state of plants, affecting their growth and development and leading to reduced seed production and germination, decreased nutrient uptake and water use efficiency, increased vulnerability to pests and diseases and, in extreme cases, can cause even death to ecosystems. What is the role of seaweed extract in plants? Seaweed extract contains amino acids and vitamins that aid in the synthesis of proteins and enzymes, facilitating overall plant growth and vigor. These are called psychostimulatory properties that allow for faster and optimal plant growth. The seaweed solution can be diluted in water and poured straight into the soil or sprayed over the plant canopy. It rapidly nourishes the entire soil and works best with heavy feeders. Seaweed granules are slow-release fertilizers that release nutrients when the plant is watered.
Seven important reasons for using amino acids. Amino acids help photosynthesis. Amino acids help increase nutrient absorption. Amino acids reduce stress-related problems. Amino acids support plant hormones. Amino acids help improve microbial activity. Amino acids are a source of nitrogen. Amino acids increase calcium absorption. Fertilizing with amino acids helps in optimal flowering in plants by influencing several key physiological and biochemical processes. They act as precursors in the synthesis of floral hormones and in the regulation of the formation and development of floral structures. Amino acid benefits for the plant growth promoter. Increase resistance to stress, high temperatures. Low humidity, drought, pest attack plants, frost, flood. Protein synthesis. Increase the content of chlorophyll. Regulate stomatal opening, mouth leaves. Chelating agent, binder, microelements. Raw materials hormone. Help pollination and fruit set. Increase soil microbial activity. Chelation nutrient amino acids have the effect of chelation of the micronutrients. Chelation is a chemical bond between the metal ion chelating agent. When applied together with micronutrients, absorption and transportation of micronutrients inside the plant easier. Glycine and glutamic acid is highly effective chelating agent.
Thanks for watching. If you like our content or would like to make any comment or suggestions for improvement, please do so in the comment section. Otherwise, hit the subscribe button and make sure to never miss our weekly educational podcast. The juice from fresh moringa leaves can be used to produce an effective plant growth hormone, increasing yields by 25% to 30% for nearly any crop: onions, bell pepper, soya, maize, sorghum, coffee, tea, chili, melon. Add 1 tablespoon of moringa powder and add to a little water and mix in a blender. If using as a foliar spray, you will need to strain through a cloth or it will block your sprayer. Add to 3 liters of water and you have a liquid moringa fertilizer.
Yeast are single-celled fungi. It takes 20 billion yeast cells to weigh 1 gram, or 1/28th an ounce, of cake yeast. Yeasts synthesize anti-microbial and useful substances for plant growth from amino acids and sugars secreted by photosynthetic bacteria, organic matter and plant roots. Yeast is a great bio fertilizer that produces carbon dioxide gas when mixed with sugar, which is highly beneficial for new growth in plants. Bioactive substances such as hormones and enzymes produced by yeasts promote active cell and root division. Their secretions are useful substrates for beneficial microorganisms such as lactic acid bacteria and actinomycetes. Yeasts also produce all of the B-complex vitamins. Increase the nitrogen, N, and phosphorus, P. 7 important reasons for using amino acids. Amino acids help photosynthesis. Amino acids help increase nutrient absorption. Amino acids reduce stress-related problems. Amino acids support plant hormones. Amino acids help improve microbial activity. Amino acids are a source of nitrogen. Amino acids increase calcium absorption. Fertilizing with amino acids helps in optimal flowering in plants by influencing several key physiological and biochemical processes. They act as precursors in the synthesis of floral hormones and in the regulation of the formation and development of floral structures. About plant nutrition. The yeast source organic fertilizer has the advantages of being nutritional, efficient, environmental friendly, soil improving, etc., and it is suitable for the application of high added value agricultural products, animal husbandry and economic crops. Angel is the founder of Yeast Source Organic Fertilizer, and the products all have passed through the EU Organic Certification and China Organic Certification. Procedure for mass multiplication of waste decomposer. The waste decomposer could be mass multiplied by a simple technique that is practically applicable to the farmers. This protocol is standardized by Krishan Chandra in 2015. Take 2 kilograms jaggery and mix it in a plastic drum containing 200 liters of water. Then take 1 bottle of decomposer, 30 grams, and pour all its contents in a plastic drum of 200 liters containing jaggery solution. Avoid direct contact of contents with hands. Mix it properly with a wooden stick for uniform distribution of waste decomposer in the drum. Cover the drum with a paper or cardboard and stir it every day once or twice. After 5 days, the solution of the drum turns creamy. The farmers could prepare the waste decomposer solution again and again from the mother culture solution by the addition of 20 liters of waste decomposer solution into a drum with 2 kilograms of jaggery and 200 liters of water. So, again it would be ready in 7 days.
Biofertilizers play an important role in agriculture. The rhizosphere of crop soil is affected by biofertilizers and helps in promoting the growth of the crop. Biofertilizers are different from usual fertilizers because they do not contain harmful chemicals that may be toxic for crops and consumption. Biofertilizers work on the principle of natural interconnection between flora and fauna. With their help, humans utilize and improve naturally occurring processes such as nitrogen fixation by microorganisms, mobilizing and solubilizing nutrients with the help of microorganisms, intaking micronutrients and macronutrients, or stimulating natural growth hormones of plants or phytohormones. Therefore, it is important to understand the classification to identify how many types of biofertilizers are there. Bacillus subtilis probiotic is widely used in biological fertilizers. When used as a crop or soil, it can colonize the rhizosphere or in the body of the crop and act as a specific fertilizer. At present, microbiological fertilizers are used to fertilize fertility, increase the utilization of chemical fertilizers, and inhibit the absorption, purification, and repair of nitrates, heavy metals, and pesticides by crops. Reuse soil to reduce the occurrence of crop diseases and promote the decomposing use of crop straws and urban garbage. The improvement of crop product quality and food safety has played an irreplaceable role. The C/N ratio is a quick way to evaluate the balance between 2 elements present in the soil that are both essential for crop growth and microbial health. The C/N ratio in the organic matter of agricultural soils ideally averages about 10:1. Carbon and nitrogen are 2 elements in soils and are required by most biology for energy. Carbon and nitrogen occur in the soil as both organic and inorganic forms. The inorganic carbon in the soil has minimal effect on soil biochemical activity, whereas the organic forms of carbon are essential for biological activity. What is the golden ratio for composting? The optimal ratio for a compost should be roughly 70% carbon, leaves, pine straw, wood chips, nut shells, and 30% nitrogen, vegetable scraps, garden weeds, coffee grounds, manures, hay. Here are the carbon to nitrogen ratios for some typical materials. Poultry manure, from 3:1 to 15:1. Cow manure, 20:1. Horse manure, from 20:1 to 50:1. Food waste, about 15:1. Fresh grass clippings, 15:1. Sun-dried grass clippings, 20:1. Oak leaves, 40:1 to 80:1. Straw, 50:1 to 150:1. Sawdust, 200:1 to 750:1. Newsprint, 400:1 to 850:1. Corrugated cardboard, about 560:1. The bioconversion of food waste to biofertilizer relies on the processes of aerobic, composting, and anaerobic digestion. Recently, alternative decomposition techniques included growing specific beneficial microbes, such as effective microorganisms, to speed up the breakdown process. Conversion of food wastes into bioorganic fertilizers is a rational solution that both reduces the burden on the environment and creates positive impacts on increasing agricultural productivity and securing world food security. Bioorganic fertilizers are mixtures of organic matter decomposition and living microorganisms. Composting is a controlled, aerobic, oxygen-required process that converts organic materials into a nutrient-rich, biologically stable soil amendment or mulch through natural decomposition. The end product is compost. Microorganisms feed on the materials added to the compost pile during the composting process. They use carbon and nitrogen to grow and reproduce, water to digest materials, and oxygen to breathe. You can compost at home using food scraps from your kitchen and dry leaves and woody material from your yard. Bacillus species are rod-shaped, endospore-forming aerobic or facultatively anaerobic, gram-positive bacteria. In some species, cultures may turn gram-negative with age. The many species of the genus exhibit a wide range of physiologic abilities that allow them to live in every natural environment. Only one endospore is formed per cell. The spores are resistant to heat, cold, radiation, desiccation, and disinfectants. Waste decomposer. The pH, organic carbon, and microbial parameters were analyzed at different days. It was found that pH was in the range of 4 to 6 pH, while organic carbon in the range of 0.40 to 0.60. The microbial load indicated waste decomposer was having cellulose, xylene-degrading bacteria besides the phosphorus and potassium solubilizes, which contributes for enhanced decomposition of residues. Decomposition of agricultural wastes is a natural degradation process by microorganisms. Various studies involving microbial inoculants aim to improve agricultural processes such as composting that directly beneficially applied to soils as organic fertilizers. In agriculture, the use of microbial inoculants for various crops is prevalent worldwide.
Aerobic bacteria list: Ecology, Citrobacter, Klebsiella, Proteus, Salmonella, Achromobactin. Anaerobic bacteria list: Actinomyces, Bifidobacterium, Fusobacterium, Propionibacterium, Clostridium, Bacteroides, Prevotella. Aerobic bacteria, oxygenated environment. Examples of aerobic bacteria are Nocardia sp. Pseudomonas aeruginosa, E. coli, Citrobacter, Klebsiella, Proteus, Salmonella, Achromobactin, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Anaerobic bacteria, without oxygen. Bacteroides, Bifidobacterium, Fusobacterium, Porphyromonas, Prevotella, Actinomyces. Propionibacterium, Clostridia, etc. are the examples of such bacteria. Anaerobic bacteria are medically significant as they cause many infections in the human body. For example, various species of Clostridia can cause food poisoning, soft tissue infection, etc., whereas Actinomyces can cause head, neck, abdominal and pelvic infections.
Biofertilizers are the substances containing variety of microbes having the capacity to enhance plant nutrient uptake by colonizing the rhizosphere and make the nutrients easily accessible to plant root hairs. Biofertilizers are well known for their cost-effectiveness, environment-friendly nature, and composition. These are effective alternatives to the hazardous synthetic fertilizers. Plant-microbe interactions are mediated naturally in an ecosystem and are practiced in several areas. Plant growth-promoting rhizobacteria, PGPR, possess certain attributes affecting plant and soil, consequently performing decontamination activity via a direct and indirect mechanism. PGPR also harbors indispensable genes stimulating the mineralization of several organic and inorganic compounds. This makes microbes potential candidates for contributing to sustainably remediating the harmful pesticide contaminants. The transformation of agricultural education is essential for raising awareness, enhancing skills, and promoting experiences in natural farming, which emphasizes the harmonization of the 5 basic elements of the universe. While challenging, educating society towards a commitment to nature holds the potential to revolutionize farming. Practices worldwide. 100 grams of yeast and 100 grams of jaggery in 2 liters of warm water. Add after 30 minutes, addition of jaggery aids fermentation, which the microbes needs to multiply.
What bacteria is in a cow's stomach? Rumen microbes include the protozoa, bacteria and fungi that live inside the rumen, one of the cow's 4 stomach compartments. In just 1 liter of rumen fluid, you can find 25 billion bacteria, 10 million protozoa and 10,000 fungi. Cow dung microflora includes about 60 bacterial species dominating by Bacillus sp, Corynebacterium sp, Lactobacillus sp, few fungal sp, Aspergillus and Trichoderma, about 100 species of protozoa, nitrogen fixing, and 2 yeasts as well as plant growth promoting bacteria. Cow urine contains 95% water, 2.5% urea, minerals, 24 types of salts, hormones, and 2.5% enzymes. Mean cow urine pH in cows was 8.10, ranging from 7.27 to 8.71. To care for the soil, we must understand that it is made of both living and non-living parts. The non-living parts of the soil are formed from broken down rock and decaying plant and animal material, such as leaves that have fallen on the soil and begun to rot. The living parts are the tiny creatures that live in the soil. Some of these, such as termites, worms and beetles, are large enough for us to see, but most are too small to see without a microscope. We call these microbes, and they include millions of tiny bacteria and fungi. Microbes and soil fertility. Microbes are very important for improving soil fertility. They take the non-living parts of the soil and convert them into nutrients that can be used by plants. Chemical fertilizers, apart from being expensive and hard to access, can kill microbes. This is one of the reasons that they reduce soil fertility in the long term.
Cow dung, cow urine, milk, curd, jaggery, ghee, banana, tender coconut and water. When suitably mixed and used, these have miraculous effects. After 3 days, mix cow urine and water and keep it for 15 days with regular mixing both in morning and evening hours. Physicochemical properties of Punchagavia revealed that they possess almost all the major nutrients, micronutrients and growth hormones, IA and GA, required for crop growth. Predominance of fermentative microorganisms like yeast and lactobacillus might be due to the combined effect of low pH, milk products and addition of jaggery sugarcane juice as substrate for their growth. The low pH of the medium was due to the production of organic acids by the fermentative microbes, as evidenced by the population dynamics and organic detection in GC analysis. Lactobacillus produces various beneficial metabolites such as organic acids, hydrogen peroxide, and antibiotics, which are effective against other pathogenic microorganisms besides its growth. GCMS analysis resulted in following compounds of fatty acids, alkanes, and alcohols.
लो जी गोबर की सैलरी जड़ी सी तैयारशुदा ਅਸੀਂ ਫਰਮੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਡ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਲਓ ਸਰ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੋਬਰ ਤੋਂ NPK ਬਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਇਹ ਜੀ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ 8 ਘੰਟੇ।